All wanting is preceded by understanding. All understanding happens through learning. All learning is the result of a perceived difference. And difference happens through distinction. So I was in conversation recently with the COO, Chief Operational Officer, and he was complaining kind of about his sales team and them not performing at the level that he'd desire. Basically what he was saying is, the language he uses, they just don't want it bad enough. They don't want it like I wanted it when I was in there, when I was doing sales. And I took the attitude I always take, which is the one that you're creating everything. So how are you creating this? How are you creating a sales team that doesn't want it bad enough? It's like, well, they just don't want it. I'm not creating that. Look, what don't they want? They don't want to do this and that and this and that. And what do they want? They want this and that and this and that. And what he was helping me to see was that they wanted it to be other people's fault instead of their own fault. And for me, what was clear is there was this distinction between being an owner and being a victim of circumstance, a victim of the world versus somebody who owns everything that happens and they're creating things in their life, right? And he's like, yeah, I get it. I've got that. I'm this and they're that. And it's like, they just don't want to be an owner. And I was like, hold on a second. How do you know they don't want to be an owner? Because they're not doing it. No, there's an assumption there that they get the difference between being a victim and an owner. Because here's the thing. You can't want something that you don't understand. Hey, saying they don't want it might be true, but it might not be the end of the story. They might not want it because they don't see the option. I didn't used to want to do certain things that I can do in my health and fitness because I didn't even know that it existed. I didn't have this understanding of difference between different kinds of fitness and things like that. I have an understanding of the differences between certain types of foods now, so I want things differently than I wanted them in the past. It wasn't that I didn't want to eat certain ways before. I mean, I didn't know enough about the difference to be able to want it. All wanting is preceded by understanding. All understanding happens through learning. All learning is the result of a perceived difference. And difference happens through distinction. Making two things distinct gives you an insight into difference, gives you understanding, and gives you a choice to want something new. So if they don't want it bad enough, you're creating that by making sure that they don't have an understanding of the difference between the thing they do want and the other thing that they could want. Because whenever people clearly see a distinction, such as the owner-victim distinction, automatically everybody wants to have the owner way of being, but you can't want it if you don't see it. What are your people not wanting bad enough right now? That's the first question. The second question is, what distinction are they missing to give them the perspective of difference that would have them wanting something else? And the third question, this is where you own this, is how are you creating this? How are you stopping them from having the distinction that will give them the understanding of difference that will enable them to have the choice to want something else? How are you creating that? How are you stopping them from having the distinction? Much love. So if you like this video, or if you like the idea in this video at least, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, if you're into it, share it with your friends. Why not? Why keep it all to yourself? Tweet it, Facebook it, Google Plus it, whatever you can do, get it out there. And hey, if you want to learn more about creating passion, purpose, and prosperity in your life, and if you want to learn more about becoming a leader in your life, then hit up my website. You can learn more there. Finally, the best insights usually happen down below in the discussion. So leave a comment, ask questions, challenge me. You know, if you will, share your own story. I'd love to hear. Talk to you soon. Much love.